as the recording of this TGIF. It is Friday.
Ugh.
I returned to Anaheim, California, and I'm going to Disneyland.
What is he looking at? Why is he always looking off to the side? All right, folks, this is where we are. He's back at Disney. Let's get into it, if we must.
He's always up to some kind of shenanigans, doing what he wants to do. That's our woo. That's our woo. That's our woo. That's our woo. He's a man who can't grow up, Peter Pan living in Neverland. He just wants to have some fun. That's our woo. And he's the one. That's our woo. That's our woo. That's our woo. That's our woo.
Mind your spine! It's good to be back. It's been a minute since I've been at Walt's Original Magic Kingdom, which is gearing up for its almost said 60th. The 60th anniversary. The Diamond Celebration was in 2015.
Yeah. We've heard all this before. I'm not going to make you go through that. Aaron with Passing Through Productions, back with you. Hope you had a fantastic Easter. I am joined here by my beautiful bride, Lori.
Hey, y'all.
And we are going to get into some Adam back at Disneyland. So, Lori, he left South Korea early.
Just to go to Disneyland, really?
Totally worth it. Good decision for Woo. When he had a lot of people complaining, he said, South Korea was just a heck it kind of trip. Last minute. If I want to go back, I can. As we know, he'll never go back.
Park opens in 2 minutes. I guess I'm about as, now that I've gotten into the Esplanade, about as close to a rope drop as you can get.
You know, after watching enough of these Adam videos, it makes you long for a different kind of rope drop.
Pretty close to a rope drop, but I guess not technically, but pretty dang close.
It's enough with the rope drop already.
57 degrees. I thought about bringing the jacket that I got when I was in South Korea.
Yay, meteorologist Woo is back. And hey, did you know that he went to South Korea?
So I think I'll be all right. Oh, it's good to be back, Disneyland. It's good to be back.
And of course, that's the phrase that Adam wants to hear Universal say to him. But as of right now, he can say it to Disney.
So many Mickeys, so little time.
And of course, Adam tells us about rope drop just one more time.
I think I'm going to go sit up at the top.
So Adam wants to get up top and look over his Disneyland. He loves that view from the top down. He discovered it internationally, and now he tries to do it everywhere. He also does that weird voiceover standing still before he gets there. So he's describing what he thinks will be occurring and what he thinks he'll do in the future, just to keep from having to do the voiceover later when he's editing.
Of the train station, my favorite spot. Main Street, USA here in Anaheim. I just wait for my friend.
Adam's stumbling because he's having to describe the future.
And then we'll just figure it out from there. Don't really have a game plan.
You know, you don't even have to say it at this point, Adam. We know it's a given. No plan, know where to be, etc.
Let's see where the day leads. I'm so happy to be back here.
You know, it's a shame. Adam won't let himself do what he actually wants to do, which is just go to Disney all the time. That's truly all he wants to do. Even traveling internationally, it would be just to spend it at theme parks. He could do that, but he doesn't want to give in to the comments that say he wants to do that. So it's eternally rebelling against the system, against whatever authority that he deems authority, all to the detriment of him having a good time. So make of that what you will.
One of the biggest Disney villains right here, Tinkerbell. I just recently rewatched Peter Pan. She is Tinkerbell's not a nice pick.
Adam will just not let that go. He hates Tinkerbell, and probably most women.
Jersey Day. I've never owned a Spirit jersey, but new arrival. This just in. Update. New arrival. This just in.
Willie or Wanty on the 70th anniversary tea. Oh, the suspense is killing me.
This, I believe, is the 70th. Is the theme of the 70th going to be purple?
Can we really call purple a theme?
Not unless your name is Prince.
I don't know why I feel like I have to take it off of the hanger or take it off of the hook it was on, but
I want to feel like the Disney contractors make as much noise as humanly possible when they see Adam filming.
all right. Making my way over to Rainbow Ridge for the wildest ride in the wilderness. So look who's here. It's Tiki J. Tiki?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Tiki J.
Poor Tiki J. He's been here this whole time, and Adam just made him hide off to the side until Adam was ready to reveal him. Tiki and Adam have many years of friendship. Adam posted recently this throwback from 2015. If you recall, Adam said that 2015 was the greatest year of his life. And Adam looks a bit more haggard now than then, but mostly the same. And you know, who doesn't age in a decade? Hey, wait a minute, he doesn't look like that.
He will, though, especially if he keeps doing these international trips.
I don't want to talk about the Rays right now after yesterday's tragedy against the Yankees.
Adam continuing to give the Rays down the road, even though recently they were World Series bound, and oh no, the squirrel runs away.
Best remove them.
You know, sometimes it's trolling. It's never for the fans that he says these things, because he doesn't do these videos for you. Again, people, he does these videos for him. Adam is entertaining himself.
I can hear a goose making the noise. One flew over too. There's like 2 goose up there, 2 geese, 2 ducks and now 2 goose.
As an English teacher, I am appalled by that. And we may not have seen 2 geese, but we have seen 2 dummies.
Best remove them.
Okay, surely he doesn't use that line on the OnlyFans girls.
Don't call me Shirley. And how do you know about OnlyFans girls?
I don't know. Pamphlets?
Pamphlets?
Yeah, don't we? We need to probably go on to the next scene.
No, we need to stay right here.
You got your hat on backwards.
You know, at least having Tiki J with him, it's not as sad. And of his compatriots that he brings along, Tiki J is okay for the most part, I think.
I said best remove them, but I immediately put my glasses on.
Just a couple of guys out having a great time trying to help Adam unwind as he got back from his international vacation.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
Going into the Mark Twain. Oh yeah, engine room, Mark Twain.
Why do you think you are an idiot?
And unfortunately, this riverboat is staying, so Adam will be able to be king over all his subjects here, yell at them from the Mark Twain for a while.
Just reminded me that there is a new bride on the Haunted Mansion, so maybe we'll see the new bride over there.
I would rather see a new bride than my old bride. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what
I don't know. I'm not married, so I can't relate.
Envious of you.
Come on, no, you're come on, man, you're kidding.
And even though Tiki J was just joking, that is music to Woo's ears. Yes, he wants you to be envious. Yes, let it course through your veins.
What should we do next, Mansion or Pirates? You don't got to twist my arm to go on the Pirates here, because it's twice the length of the Florida one.
Yes, but is it as long as the South Korean Sinbad ride that you claimed was never ending?
Wait, did he go to South Korea?
Pirates stretches up, wraps around. I could do 25 minutes.
25 minutes? You could do 25 days without it being a problem.
Wait a second. 6, 6, 6.
You know, these same old jokes, the same feet Pete's. You know, I have kind of a headache, Is my brain literally oozing out?
Notice all the fireflies are gone.
You know, I'll grant you that this is spooky. Compared to that South Korean ghost house, this is like Cannibal Holocaust.
We should do every attraction today in the back row.
How fun! Let that sink in, folks. This is what his day consists of.
We'll definitely go on record that I prefer the Anaheim version of Pirates over at Walt Disney World.
Okay, Woovian scribes, break out the codex. You need to update it. That's going to go into the archive. So even though Adam's made his point, this is Adam we're talking about, so why not make it a dozen more times?
I just like the Anaheim version better. If you ever get a chance to go to Anaheim and ride the Anaheim one, I definitely recommend it.
I still don't know which one he prefers.
I like this. Right?
You're not feeling good?
He's got a cup of joe, man. Look at that right there. He's a piping hot caffeinated beverage.
Well, then you gotta get it. You deserve it, Adam. Treat yourself.
There's some walls up over here. Last time I was here, the new Mansion Q had opened, but this area here was still kind of walled up.
And even though Adam is doing this for himself, as we know, I know the fans get a lot out of this, seeing changes to the park, etc. Do you think that Adam's ever going to go back and watch these videos? Ever? Maybe he's narcissistic enough to do it. I don't know.
Oh yes, into the Haunted Mansion. New Orleans Square, just different than Walt Disney World's facade.
Even though he's done it many times before, I'll give him credit. He's trying to show the difference between the parks.
Just saw the stretch room. This one actually, spoiler alert, this one actually stretches.
You know, Lori, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. If I'm in a stretching room, it better stretch.
Type of, she's kind of like, what's her name, Methuselah with all the snakes.
Did he really just say Methuselah?
Methuselah? What?
Methuselah, that's not right. Methuselah's the guy from the Bible. What am I saying, Methuselah? What was the woman's name with the snake for her hair?
What's that?
What's the woman's name with the snake for the hair? Do you remember her name?
You know, I would have accepted Medea before I would accept Methuselah. But at least he knows the error of his ways, and he does finally get around to it.
Medusa, not Methuselah.
You, sir, are not using your medulla oblongata.
Sorry, Medusa, not your Methuselah.
I was expecting Adam to turn to stone at any moment, or at least Tiki J.
Say the effect was it was pretty good. I liked it. I guess there's a whole new lore with the candelabra and the new bride and all that. Oh, no announcement. No announcement at all, but the train's approaching.
Get Bob Iger on the phone this instant. My man Wu didn't come back from South Korea to not have an announcement when a train is coming through. Come on, people.
Give me the shave and a haircut. Where's the shave and a haircut?
Is Adam the Wu gonna have to slap a stitch to get a shave and a haircut around here?
Jay, where's the shave and a haircut? Come on, shave and a haircut. Come on.
People like you
Come on, ROTJ. Come on.
Since the 1800s.
Come on.
But he is interested in female companionship, right?
I got off one stop on the outskirts of Toontown. The announcement on the train said that Mickey and Minnie and all their friends live in Toontown.
If you ever wonder what is genuinely going through Adam's head, just listen.
Even though I know Roger Rabbit is back in Toontown, do you think that Roger is friends with Mickey?
Trust me, no matter how mundane you think your day might have been, it was light years more important than anything Adam did.
Has Roger and Mickey ever hung out together? Maybe just off the record they're friends. What's up with all these walls?
You know, I have to say, Adam pulled it out there. Just when I thought that conversation couldn't get any more pointless, he brings up a good fact. What is up with all those walls? Wait, that's stupid too.
The Matterhorn, but goodness gracious, the line is something else. I mean, it's already gotten really busy here.
Yeah, and all you poor people who only get to come once or twice a year. Yeah, I bet this line must be awful for you.
Hey, did Roger Rabbit ever sit in the queue line? And was Mickey there? And did they wave? Hey, if the moon was made of spare ribs, would you eat it?
Bah.
Help him! Someone help him, he's having a stroke.
The monorail. Hey, I'm good. How you doing, Bob?
So as Adam greets some of the Woovian faithful, the social anxiety kicks in, and he's ready to call it a day.
Jay, how busy has it gotten as the day has progressed?
It's gotten miserably busy.
I mean, the lines are really, really long.
You can barely walk through Tomorrowland.
You know, I'm sick and tired of middle-aged men not being able to enjoy themselves at Disneyland. No, that's not the America I want. The America I want is for these men to be able to go to these theme parks, not be encumbered by children, left to their own devices. It would be glorious.
Are you okay?
Probably not.
All right, Jay had to head home.
Had to go home or was made to go home?
I'm going to pop into World of Disney. Hoping one day that they will have these in a little bit bigger sizes. I have a kind of a big noggin.
Well, we have always said that Adam's getting a big head.
Boulder Dash, I say. That's the woo you're talking about, young lady.
Or the goofy one, but they don't really fit my head very well. They fit, but they're just like a little too snug.
I think you're better off. I think that's a look that you really can't pull off, Adam. Trust me on that one. And in terms of the goofy hat, I mean, come on. We all know there's only one person who can properly pull that off. And good for him, there's less hair to get in the way.
This is specific for Magic key holders, which is basically Disneyland's version of an annual pass holder. I didn't see that in the Emporium.
Ah, yes. Pass hole exclusive.
It's hard to see that with the sun. It says thank you for visiting. You're welcome, Disneyland.
You know he thinks they put that up just for him.
What do you mean, thanks? That's the great Arch of Adam.
Amazing to think that on July 17th, this guy's theme park will be turning 70.
Well, I know one thing Walt probably didn't bank on was the influencer, but he does appreciate that cold hard cash. Keep it coming, Adam.
Has grown to leaps and bounds bigger than he ever thought it would.
Still kind of amazing to me that you have so many people that are inspired not to work for Disney or to do similar things, similar creative veins. Some people, like Justin Scard, but for the most part, a lot of these influencers, they're not inspired for any of that stuff. They're inspired to go to the theme parks and to ride the rides. And that's it.
Fond memories of the greater LA area and Disneyland. Love Disneyland. Always have a soft spot for Disneyland. And when I'm able to, I'll hop in. I always still have an annual pass.
Well, the good thing is, Adam, your calendar is completely empty forever. For the foreseeable future. You can go anywhere, at any point, anytime, any place.
And that's going to do it for today. Interested to see how the jet lag will be the next day or so.
Well, I'm proud to say, my friends, speaking from the future, jet lag has not been a problem. Adam has said that in many of his comments. It's A-okay. I think he realized he could not use that as a crutch so soon after complaining about it during the international trip, but not much, not like he normally does. I think that's another item he's learned his lesson about.
Well, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.
But there's more. More Disney and more woo.
This is the recording of this Sunday, April 20th, 2025, Easter Sunday. It's about 1:30 p.m.
Yes, after Adam took part in the annual Easter egg hunt filled with chickpeas, he's now ready to go back to Disney.
But first, he must procure a piping hot caffeinated beverage.
Nice. So is he going to do that in the app?
It's a whole thing. He explains.
Starbucks at downtown Disney. They do not let you mobile order. inside Disneyland. So gonna grab a coffee first at almost at Disney Springs, downtown Disney. You sell the stuff online too, or is it just
online.
just here?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Give yourself a little plug.
Anaheim pins. We sell Croc charms, Disney ones, non-Disney ones, pins for hats, backpacks, lanyards.
Anaheim pins.
All right, good sir. Stick $20 in Woo's hand. He earned it.
Yeah, I was just talking to Javier over there. He was saying that as long as you're on this side of the sign and you have a permit, you can set up as a street vendor, but you cannot be on this side of the sign.
Yes, that seems pretty self-explanatory, but thank you, Adam.
If I need a day where I don't want to have tennis shoes on, just kind of air the feet out, make it a little more comfortable. I got In-N-Out and I got Donald's right there.
Dear Lord, you know, the public at large should be warned when you're going to have an air the feet out day. Please let local news stations know.
Rolled to Disney with my piping hot caffeinated beverage and then cut over into the parks. There it goes.
Put a goofy sock in it, Woo. We get it.
Disneyland, elevation 138 feet, population 650 million, that sign says. I don't know what the tally is on that.
What the heck is even that?
Pretty easy commute considering I'm staying right on Harbor Boulevard, right across the street, and I have an annual pass.
Let me slow down Runaway Woo there. He was giving us quite the word salad at hyper speeds. Basically, he's staying nearby, got a ticket last night, still kind of discombobulated. He's not sure what time it is because of that pesky jet lag, but he's good to go.
The Cigar Store Indian.
Adam feels like that completes his Native American quota for the year.
Frontierland and go to the Frontierland Trading Post, see what kind of pins they have. The theme parks and resorts pins. They have Fantasmic, which I didn't realize Fantasmic was a theme park or a resort, and Hatbox.
Just a little crossover from our estate sale videos, our shorts. I did buy a Disney pin, not at an estate sale, but at a vintage store. $2. It was Figment. I sold it for $25.
So the start, I think May 16th is the kickoff of the Disneyland 70th, and of course July 17th is the official first day.
Wait a minute. He's celebrating the anniversary from May to July?
This whole year is a celebration. It's the 70th. It only comes around every 70 years. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Till the 70th. Oh, look, here's a Happy Easter pin. Definitely would break a sweat if you were out there on the canoe.
That canoe is getting more use than his treadmill is.
And somehow they even watch more Disney animated films on it.
Probably 80s. All right, I should never be a meteorologist.
Yes, meteorologist Woo.
Will not be best removing them today.
Thank you, Walt, for those small miracles.
So Adam tells us stories of goats past at Disneyland. I wish I was kidding.
You can pet Chewbacca. Sometimes he'll let you pet him, but... I hope he's not pointing at me.
There's definitely an intergalactic bounty out on Adam. He's the man who reluctantly made the Kessel Run, only because he was kind of forced into it by his fan base. But he said many times he hated it.
Now he's ignoring me.
This is not the Disney influencer you are looking for.
Yeah, not really seeing a whole lot of extracurricular activities going on in here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to Mos Eisley for that, you scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Is that supposed to be Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi? I think so.
Yeah, Adam is definitely not impressed with the actor portraying Luke Skywalker here in the theme park. I've never heard anybody say Return of the Jedi was their favorite Star Wars movie of the original trilogy. That says a lot.
Is that Jedi Luke right there walking? He's just walking through the crowd. He's got his robe on. All right, I'm going to be completely honest. I am not into the Jedi Luke, Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker is my all-time favorite. Luke, favorite Star Wars character. 10 times above any other one from the franchise. And not into the meet and greet. For me, it doesn't really resemble.
Adam, talking about a meet and greet that you were disappointed, you are older than Star Wars. Let that sink in for a little bit. this guy, this cast member, they're not going to have somebody fresh out of Hollywood casting that's going to be in the next film walking around the park 5 to 6 days a week. You're okay.
That's just my personal opinion. Some people love it. Not me so much.
You know, Disney is starting to get tired of losing money, so they're wanting to incorporate more and more of the original trilogy, whereas they have been trying to have their own original IP in the parks. That's slowly going away, or at least evening out a little bit.
Maybe if there is a single rider for the Matterhorn, because I'm rolling solo today, not to use a pun, walking out of Galaxy's Edge, but I'm rolling solo, even though I look nothing like Harrison Ford, unfortunately.
Well, wait, let's discuss this for a moment. Star Wars Harrison Ford or current Harrison Ford? Still no.
There's a time back in the day that mermaids would sit on these.
I mean, come on, Adam. We just saw this. Yeah, let's skip.
Like the line for Matterhorn, single rider line, was like 50 people deep, no exaggeration. I've kind of gone towards the single rider entrance for Space Mountain.
I was talking with a insider, air quotes, several weeks ago, who said until they listened to our videos, they didn't know Adam was trying to sound like Mickey. They thought he was just being quirky. And that just brought it to a whole new level of cringe for them. And they know Adam very well.
This is the single rider line for Hyperspace Mountain, the Star Wars overlaid. That's the single freaking rider line that stretches all the way out past the restrooms, past the gift shop.
Folks, somebody help a Woo out. Come on, he's not here every day. This isn't Florida. Let the man to the front of the line. It's Adam the freaking Woo.
And to be completely honest, it's probably quicker to wait in the 70-minute standby to get in that single rider line. I do love Hyperspace Mountain, though. Definitely enjoy it, but I don't 70-minute wait time enjoy it. It is wild how long the wait times are. I mean, it is a holiday. It's Easter Sunday.
They need to just have Woo days, just for Adam. Meet and greets as far as the eye can see.
But no Return of the Jedi Luke, right?
Right.
Right, stopping over into DCA. Last time I was in here, the red trolleys were still running. It's been a minute since I've been in Disney California Adventure. Red trolleys are no longer operational.
Contraire, Mr. Wu, you will find that they are quite operational. And don't worry, we will destroy your friend's Tampa J and insert other people in due time.
Do you want to redo that one?
No, we've been at this a while. They know what I'm going for.
Got the Powerline Max popcorn bucket right there. Probably will not be adding that one to my collection, but we do have a pretty decent popcorn bucket collection.
Ah, yes, one of the many collections in the corridor of goons.
Maybe the single rider for Radiator Springs Racers, which is usually single rider's kind of a walk-on.
Poor Adam. Come on, folks. Let the man ride something. It's getting sad at this point.
Everyone's trying the single rider hack, and it's pretty backed up. So I'm going to guess it's probably an hour wait even for the single rider. I was thinking
He brought this on himself. He's always sharing hacks.
So what's a Woo to do? Well, Woo says, when you tell me no, I say yes. So if he can't ride, he's going to film somebody else doing it.
there they go. Yeah, you know, I think probably just going to head out, maybe head up to Buena Park.
Wait, he didn't do anything? This was sad.
Wait times really are something. 85 minutes for...
This is a pretty good deal. Go to a park, don't ride any of the rides, complain about the rides for most of your time there, and make money. Only in America.
I think I'm good. Well, I popped in and walked around and utilized my reservation, because if I didn't scan in, I would have got a strike. 3 strikes, you're out for a month.
Well, that wouldn't be quite a Disney banning, but I like that there's some threat there.
Best remove him.
Soaking wet and drenched, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to just walk over and get out of the wet clothes, but going to be heading out to get some Buena Park to get some fun.
I was going to say, this is the entrance.
There's that big bear. I should probably get a Knott's pass while I'm at Buena Park. Maybe I could do Knott's today too.
And in fact, he does. Spoiler alert, he does go to Knott's Berry Farm. Get the annual pass. We're not going to show you that today. We decided just to stick with Disney, but I encourage you to watch that portion of the Woo's video or all of the Woo's video, should you want to. I appreciate you passing through with us today. I've been Aaron.
I'm Lori.
And you have been passing through.
The weekends is always slammed anyway. On a holiday, it's probably next level. You're welcome, Disneyland. You're welcome.
Bonus footage.
Faux 21. Faux 21.
Faux 21. I don't know, Adam. Even with the backwards cap, I don't think you'll convince anybody that you're 21. All right, go get your pho.
So, wait. If there's a line at the pho restaurant, is it a pho queue?
Lori.
Don't put that in.
All right, I'll take it out.
He's always up to some kind of shenanigans, doing what he wants to do. That's all.